Yo, 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 what up, Maschine Masters? It's your boy D-Ski the Ill Eagle, and today I'm here with Paul Cabbin.
What's good with it?
What's good, famo?
What's up with you, man?
Right, man. Good to get you out here, man. Chop it up with you.
Yes, sir.
So before we get started, man, why don't you run down a list of cats that you work with?
Let's see. I work with, had my first placement with Bobby Brown, Ralph Transparent New Edition, from Onyx, Sticky Fingers, and who's the other guy? Fredro Star, Bishop Lamont, Xzibit, J.O. Felony, Problem, who else is there? Truth Hurts, Maschine Masters. Probably leaving some people out.
Okay, so far I'm hearing the versatility, man.
Yeah,
okay. How long you been doing this about?
I've been doing this since like 06.
That's what's up.
06, 07. Yeah.
You born and raised in Cali?
Born and raised in Cali.
Okay.
Cucamonga.
Okay.
That's where I live at now. I'm from Norwalk.
Okay. That's what's up,
Yeah,
man.
Norwalk area.
Yeah. So does that pretty much affect your sound when you craft your beats?
Like where I'm from?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
Nah, it doesn't. It's more or less like the type of music I listen to rather than where I'm at.
Okay, so.
But you do love that West Coast sound.
Of course. You got to.
Out
Yeah.
here.
So then, give us some of your influences. Like, who are your major influences outside of hip hop, first of all, because that's the foundation for the way you sound. And then, who are some of your favorite producers that influenced your sound?
I listen to gospel.
Okay, so does that influence your sound? Like, is soulful?
That's the cheat codes right there.
There you go.
That's where the chords are. You steal them, take them.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Yeah. So, who are some of your hip hop influences, like producer
Hip-hop influences now, present, past.
overall?
I mean, you got, of course, like Quick,
Okay.
Dre's, Daz. But if you go with today, like Siege, that's my guy. His tracks are crazy.
Yeah.
Swift D, Terrence Martin. Yeah.
So how would you describe your sound? Is it like that big sound, or do you mix it up a lot? You know what I mean?
My sound is more musical.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Melody
more
driven.
chords, more melodies.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I rely more on that than the actual drums.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
curse.
Yeah.
But you know, that's where I'm at with mine. So.
Yeah, that's nice, man. You get the little melodic thing. You
Yeah.
know, I was listening to some of your stuff, and that's the first thing I noticed, how your melodies were heavily layered, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
you into it. Another question I have for you, man. I saw your logo with the machine.
Oh yeah.
And it reminded me of a cover that Q-Tip did for his album when he had the NPC in front of his face, but you brought it down a little bit. What helped you come up with that concept?
So I had a photo shoot with one of my old roommates, DC
Okay.
Vision. Shout out to DC Vision.
That's what's up.
You know, I went over to his spot in downtown LA, and he was like, just bring all your stuff, we'll shoot.
Right.
So it was his idea. He was like, okay, we're doing this shoot, and he was like, take the machine. He was like, just put it over your face. And I did the photo like that. And then like I just had it as my main picture, and I was like, I never had a real official logo.
Right.
Let me try to just turn this into a logo.
Okay, so they drew it from the picture.
They drew it from the actual
That's
picture.
what's up.
So then I would just reach out to my homegirl, shout out to Tiffany.
Okay.
And she drew it out for me, and then I had the homie, True Graphics actually like graphics.
That's what's up, man.
So I've been running with it. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold blooded. I was liking that, man.
Yeah.
As far as your technique, can you describe for us the rundown of how you might get started making a beat? You know, what techniques you go into when you're sitting down making a beat?
Okay, so the thing about me is I never run out of ideas.
Okay.
So to me is I can't make beats fast enough. So the hardest part for me is finishing the first beat to move on to the next beat.
Okay.
So really, the struggle is getting my idea out as quick as possible.
Gotcha.
Because I get in the zone so much, and I love what I'm doing. I just hear so much.
Right.
So I don't have the producer's block that people talk about.
Right, you don't
like,
get that.
It's just everything. Like if I'm playing the piano, maybe sometimes I may not feel like making a beat, or I may not. I just don't feel like it.
Right.
But as far as creativity and me actually making the beat, I go down. I start playing the keys, listening to a sound. If I hear a little synth,
Right.
or if I hear, you know what I'm saying, and that'll inspire me. Or now they got loops, so
Right.
you may hear a loop, and you're like, that's fire. And then I can build. I already hear a million things to do with that.
Got you.
So
you basically build around that.
So my technique is to start with like definitely the keys, definitely just me playing, or I might know what I want to do, or know I might do something for this person or this person, or I might just be like, I just want to create.
Yeah.
So I just start with just the keys, playing something on the piano.
Got you. When you're doing your drum selection, because I know you talked about, you name R&B cats all the way to hip hop.
Yeah.
Do you kind of like cross over into areas where you putting like different sounds? You know how they have certain rules that people come up with? They say, okay, this is an R&B track. Do you ever go against the grain? Like, okay, I'm gonna do an R&B track, but it's gonna be trappy, or I'm gonna do a hip hop track, it's gonna be real R&B-ish, or you switch up a lot?
You can, but a lot of times the artists,
they don't like that.
They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, like they know what they want for the most part. So you know, you gotta give them what they want. But I love to experiment. Like,
that's what I'm trying to get to.
Like some trap, gospel, jazz type. You know what I mean? Just putting stuff together that you would want to do, but you know, ain't nobody gonna rap over that.
Yeah, I noticed nowadays, like after, I'm not gonna say Kendrick Lamar was the first one to do it, but on the scale that he did it, I'm noticing a lot of people are starting to follow him with that more eclectic sound. In the album. Like, it used to be, you go get a rap album and it would go straight through rap. Nowadays, cats are mixing it up a little bit. You hear him rapping over jazz loops, or going back to the 90s kind of. You know what I'm saying? You have like just straight break beats that are so stripped down. You know what I mean? But
see, but that's all like Terrace Martin. So like,
exactly.
Quick, can I tell this real quick?
Yeah, go.
So basically, like, I was at a point where I could make this type of music for a certain artist, and I could be up there with him right now, I'm not gonna say, or I could keep doing what I was doing. So since I'm so musical, you know, he wanted me to sound like, yo, this is what Lex Luger is doing. You know what I mean? Like, this is the sound we need, boom, let's run with this. But for me, I have to have my music, I gotta hit my chords. So what inspired me to keep doing the actual music is Terrace Martin. Because all his stuff are chordy, jazzy, saxophones, chords, and he's always been like that. So for me, like, that inspired me to just, you know what I mean, just epic, keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna follow me.
Stay in your own lane and let people follow you.
So that was funny.
I was just getting to that question too, because I was gonna ask you, have you ever had a situation where you felt that you wanted to go a different way than, you know, maybe the artist put in front of you, and that cost you maybe, like, you know, working with somebody else? I'm sure.
All the time.
You all get those moments.
Yeah, you get those moments. But I mean, for me, I just, you know, you got to the table for a reason. You know, they invite you there. So clearly, they want what you have to offer. So they'll either like it or they don't. That's just the only two options. So for me, it's like this. I just do what I do. And then for them to say, like, I don't like that. Cool, scratch that. We do what we want. And that's it.
Do what you do, man. Stick with it.
I try to do what I do.
How long have you been producing professionally?
So I quit my job at the Fox Hills Mall at JCPenney's, let me see, in 2008. So I haven't worked, like, actually worked since 08. So full time since 08.
What was your first piece of professional equipment or software that you got into?
Professional first piece?
Either software or if you did both.
Probably Maschine.
Maschine?
Yeah.
And is that your weapon of choice, basically?
Ever since 08.
Really?
Yeah. So nobody was on it back then. There was very, very, very few. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was on it. Everybody was on the Logic train. Before Maschine, I was making beats inside of Pro Tools. Like, literally, like drums, using Expand. You know what I mean? Just literally making beats in Pro Tools. So people will be like, yo, this is dope. This music is dope. But they'll be like, your drums are weak though, you're trash. You know what I mean? But I see where you're going, you know what I'm saying? But it's trash. So I was like, all right. So just so happened Maschine was just coming out software based, hardware based, and I'm like, I never even touched any other drum machine before, so I was like, I'll go with what's up with it. So when I ran with that, I was just using it as a plug-in, just for drums. I wasn't even using Maschine. I would just use it as a plug-in, record my drums into Pro Tools. So I never even really used it until I got with, shout out to Day One. You know what I'm saying? I got with Day One and he was like, you make beats like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? So I sat down with him for like 15, 30 minutes. Changed my life forever. He still owe me another session. But
what are your thoughts on sampling? Do you stay away from it? Do you do sampling?
Yeah, for sure.
That's
just to stay creative. Like, as of like recently, like now I've been really, but my samples, I try to sample, you know, like, I guess today people are like taking the 90s type of samples. So, you know, you gotta do that, but you gotta still make it your own. So a lot of my R&B stuff now, I try to sample in that manner, but to where you can tuck it, where you can't tell. And then replay the chords over like the sample.
So it's all original.
So as far as I've really been into that lately.
So have you ever considered getting into the sample kit game?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to work out with this one person now. But yeah, trying to see what's up.
That's what's up, man. I look forward to that.
Kids.
Yeah, we need more sound designers with a musical ear, man.
Yeah.
We got enough drums going.
Yeah.
We got enough drums going.
That's exactly what he was saying too. He was like, everybody's doing this. Everybody's dropping kicks.
Everybody's dropping.
You know what I mean? So he's like, the thing about it is you play.
Yeah.
So it's different. Like
we need more music.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, man. The one part of hip hop that's always, I won't say it's been troublesome for me, but it's always been a thing for me where I'm like, okay, I want to be able to get past that glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Is when you do a sample, that can be a blessing and a cursing, because you go to a label, if they can't clear it, then you're stuck. You got to do something else.
Yeah.
And I know cats, man, have literally said they've looked at their entire catalog and it's like, yo, I can't do half of my catalog. I can't do anything with it. I got to redo these beats if I'm gonna do anything. Yeah. So it's like, nah, man, let's bring in some original stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to G Coop and Frank Dukes and Adrian Young and all them cats.
Yeah.
But especially if you're in the musical side of it, man.
Yeah.
I definitely look forward to hearing from you.
See, the thing about when I sample, I always replay it.
Okay.
So, and then the stuff that I even shot, it's 9 times out of 10 it's original. I like doing original. Well, not doing it some, but
right.
I like to do original composition. So I haven't ran into that sample.
Right.
A couple of them brick walls, but for the most part.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. What when you first got started, which was 2007 or 8 your first time getting started? Period.
No, started making.
Yeah, when was your first time getting started?
Like I was telling you earlier, I was making beats on Triton. So since I played in the church and stuff like that, my cousin had a keyboard. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Too Nice. You know what I'm saying? He had a Triton, and we just used to if you're a musician, you just gotta record some stuff.
Yeah,
so we used to just bang out on the Triton.
Okay.
So then when I went to school in Atlanta, and then came back to California in 07, 08 to do it out here. Right. That's when I was like, okay, cool, I can do this for real. Okay. And then so from then I was like, I'm doing this.
Now when you first got started back in the Triton days, what was it that made you say, okay, I want to try this beat making thing, I want to do this, I want to get serious about this? And even though you may not start till later on, what was it made you say, I don't want to be a listener anymore, I want to be a participator? You know what I mean?
When you realize you can get paid for it.
Yeah. You're like, yo.
You're like, hold up, wait a second, I can get some money from this. But it was like, they ain't gonna pay me to do this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Plus something you love already,
It's like, oh, how much, I was making something in school.
Right.
It was using Logic. I used to just camp out at school all day in Santa Monica, make beats.
That's what's up.
And then some guy was just like, oh, that's dope, how much you want for it? And I was just like, what do you mean? How much you want for it? Yeah. So ever since then, I was like, okay, wait. JCPenney was just getting
you forget this.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't no money. So I was like, I can make beats. So then I got into the whole how do you make beats? People may buy, Googling.
Right, check your research. Do your research,
So I got into that whole online era.
Yeah. Now, did you, I know your sound evolved. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Describe that for me. What took you from, this level to this level where you just jumped up? Because your stuff now, their stuff was good then. When I was listening to the sound click and stuff like that, I was like, okay, this is tight. Yeah. But then you played me some stuff and I was like,
so
polished, man.
This is tricky, right? So I was trying to tell my brother, he's getting started into this. But at that time, when you're in that moment, in that time, that's the hottest beat. Okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell you this is trash or this kick ain't hard, because you making it, you in the zone, boom. Now you come back 5 years later, you pull up that same beat, you're embarrassed. Oh my god. I can't believe I was even. You know what I mean? So they posted a video on my Facebook of me making a beat from way back in Atlanta. And I'm just sitting here I was embarrassed, oh my god, I can't believe they posted this. And the beat's trash, and I'm like, shout out, you know what I'm saying? When we make the beat on AIM, I'm on my sidekick. I'm cooking up on a little Casio, you know what I'm saying? And it's but at that time, I'm sitting here this is fire.
Feeling it.
Yeah. So for me, the thing that changed is the science. Okay. That's it. Okay. Knowing that what you're hearing, speakers are important. Yeah. What you hear needs to be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Your kick can't be hitting in the speakers, then you put it in the car.
The car sounds trash.
Yeah. So once I realized that the mix is more, I don't want to say more important than the beat, but
it's very important.
It's close.
The representation is just as important as a package.
Yeah. Then I started focusing more on mixing. Okay. Okay, now I have this idea of a beat. It's just a kick, a snare, and a melody. the way I mix it and effects I put on it can make it sound crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what really helped me elevate, is that it sounded better sonically.
Yeah.
And I learned how to make space for the vocals. Like, artists were just like, I mean, where's the hook? Where am I supposed to rap?
Right.
You know what I mean? They were asking all these questions. I'm like, I don't know, like, figure it out.
Right. Like, nah, you figure that out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, okay, cool.
Right.
I had to learn that structure of it. So, you know, adding drops, effects, and, you know what I mean, painting the picture for the artist. So that helped me elevate. That's when I knew, like, okay, cool, we good. Yeah. Once I know the rules, then I can break them and do what I want to do.
Taking what you just said, what would you tell us 20-year-old kid that says, or not kid, but you know what I mean, somebody's just coming into it saying, okay, I want to be a producer, but I don't want to go through a lot of the pitfalls. I want to just get into this, you know, where do I go? What would you tell them?
Well, my sound selection, for one.
Okay,
like, sound selection is very important.
Yeah.
Sound selection, and make sure that you know what you want. Like, just because it's a hi-hat don't mean you just put it there.
Right.
It's a hi-hat.
Right.
Like, it has to sound a certain way in your mix. You know, you just learn the mix where things sit. That's what I mean. Like,
do the math behind it and find out the science behind why things sound the way they do. Yeah.
That's what I would like.
Makes sense.
If you get that down, then the rest is just making.
That's half the battle right there. Yeah. And then also, what would your advice be as far as placements? Because a lot of producers that I talk to, man, that are on this side of it are trying to figure out, okay, man, I got hot beats all day. And I'm not talking about these cats that got beats that's garbage. I'm talking about these real cats that have nice beats. They put time into it, they put money into it. They just don't know how to make that transition from my bedroom to getting out there, getting my beats heard by these big guys, you know, who got labels and deals already. What would you give them advice?
As far as you gotta get out of your bedroom. Get from behind that computer.
You
gotta get out of the bedroom. You have to network. So for me, I'm a private person. Like, I like my personal life. Like, Paul Cabbin is, you know, the brand and all that, but I like who I am personally.
Right.
So when it comes to the music, it's part of the job. Like, oh, okay, cool, there's a video shoot. I'm going because that's where you network at.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So really how it works is it's not what you know. You may know how to make beats, but who do you know that's gonna put your foot in the door?
Gotcha.
I don't have no uncle that played for freaking, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't come into
play with Earth, Wind and Fire, and you know what I'm saying? And the industry, I don't have no tie of nothing.
Right.
And I was going through my phone the other day looking at these numbers I have. Like, these connects are crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's about networking.
Yeah, being visible.
Be visible.
Yeah.
You gotta be in the room. You
gotta be out there.
Like, would you say you were just at the battle, right?
The B battle, yeah.
And now you were in the same place I was.
Right.
You tell me X and all these people come through. I'm like, yo, they came through for you. I didn't meet you. You were there.
Right.
That's on me. I was like, dang, I gotta step my network.
Gotta be
That's
visible,
what I told
man.
you.
Gotta be visible. One of my friends said that. He said, you gotta stay ready. You know, even if you don't have nothing going on, stay ready. Because it's better to be ready for something that don't happen than to not be ready for something that did.
Yeah.
You gotta stay ready and then be visible. You know what I mean? Those two things are very vital as far as I can see. Having yourself prepared and then having your face there in the place so people can associate your face with your brand. Because you be on Twitter all day, I make beats, beats.
It's different when it's face to face.
Yeah.
If you meet a person, the vibe is way different.
Yeah, much better.
And you gotta build that relationship. It's all about relationships.
Absolutely.
It's the only way.
Absolutely.
Nobody's gonna hear this beat and be like, oh, that's fire.
Right.
Because they're gonna need somebody to play that beat for.
Now, your name, Paul Cabbin. Birth name?
No.
Okay. How did you come up with that name?
That's funny.
That's a dope name.
We're just talking about it. This is so funny.
That's a dope
name. It's a movie called At a Time.
Okay.
I'm laughing because it's funny because we always talk about it.
Okay.
But it's a movie called At a Time with Denzel Washington.
Yes, that's my joint. That's my joint. Yes.
So the doctor who they're chasing, his name is Paul Cabbot, like C-A-B-B-O-T.
I know exactly.
But if you listen, if you watch
when
that movie,
say it,
if you watch that movie, you'll hear it so many times.
Yeah.
Like Paul Cabbin, looking for Paul Cabbin,
right?
But he doesn't exist,
right?
So that's where I got the name from. It's just like Paul Cabbin. So it's just like Paul Cabbin always stabbing. I used to always say that.
Right.
The name just stuck with me.
That's dope. Dope, man. Dope. I like that. Yeah, I was going when shout out to Dave, New York. When I was
shout out to Dave. I see you.
Yeah, I see you.
Dave, Wisconsin. I see you.
Yeah, when I hit Dave up, you first person you mentioned, and I was like, Paul Cabbin, I like that name. I've heard that name somewhere outside of music. couldn't put my finger on it. Didn't pay no attention to it. I said, I wonder if that's this cat's real name. I said, I doubt that.
No.
That sounds strategic.
Yeah, Paul Cabbin.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, you do your beats in Maschine.
Yeah.
Do your melody, your drums and everything, and then you mix outside the Maschine, correct?
Yeah.
Run through that process for us. How does that go?
Okay, so boom. Go in the lab, pull the machine, boom, I got my beat.
Right.
I do as much as I can in the machine as far as drops and, you know what I mean, just get it as solid as possible.
Okay.
I don't do no mixing in there. I just get the beat from beginning to end, intro to outro.
Arranging everything.
Arranging everything down the machine. And then once I have that solid, I export all my sounds out.
Okay.
Instruments, drums, percussions, boom.
Gotcha.
And then I just open a Pro Tools session, dump them all in Pro Tools, go to work.
That's what's up.
Lock in.
That's what's up.
I was that producer. Trust me. All I need is Ludacris, T.I. placement. I'm out of here. My mom get whatever house she want.
That's crazy.
I was that guy.
Yeah.
And then you know, years go by and I'm just sitting here like, what the heck, like.
Reality gets
you. And then I see Bangladesh begging freaking Lil Wayne for a check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's here, you know, and I'm thinking like, huh. Then I see in an interview and they're talking about some, you know, you don't get paid till boom, 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 years later and it trickles down. I'm sitting here like, I don't think this money's gonna come like I think it is. You know what I'm saying? You have to go get it. So in the time, you know, we're in the internet time. I'm gonna get this money myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put these beats online. I'm gonna sell them. Yeah. So
you did the beat grind as far as selling beats and whatnot on there?
I do.
Oh, you still do it?
I'm heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy in the,
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
You guys don't know, man, that's a good way to bring revenue in, because if you do your work the proper way and set it up, you can have beats laid out on your website or wherever and have cats come there leasing your beats, buying your beats or whatever, and that's money that you're making, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the perfect. Give me some advice about that, man, for somebody that wants to get started in that and make a steady income on that.
For the just online?
Yeah.
It's harder now because it's so saturated.
Yeah, like it really is. It's oversaturated.
From like, cause like I say, so when I started, just for perspective, like Kane is in the building. Like,
okay.
So he was still on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And like he was like just now like starting to boom. Like he was in the Scratch magazine at the time. So he was like on the come up.
Right.
And like Vibe Beats.
Okay.
They did like the all the way turned up joint, and that's when they took off. Okay. Johnny Giuliano was on there, and he just didn't have the Game and Drake joint, and the Wiz Khalifa project. So, but they were all on SoundCloud grinding. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's when I was looking at them. Okay. I came in like, oh, what are they doing? Okay, who's this person? Right. I want to do this. Right. So for me, I thought SoundClick was the way. So that's how I got introduced to that. Yeah. So if I become #1 on SoundClick, so I had to. That's when I said the whole MySpace thing. Right. Cheated plays and got to #1. I bought all this equipment. SoundClick all the way. They were like, Operation Shutdown. You know wow. But to get started, it's so saturated now. But it just has to take it a day at a time because you have to sound different, or you have to just cut everybody's prices, like 100 beats. I don't know, like it's harder to do.
You got so much competition, you have to have something to make you stand out.
Yeah, you have to bring something else to the table rather than like, because they're not gonna buy your beat because it's hot. Oh, you have the hottest beats online. I'm gonna charge.
It's 17-year-olds charging $10 for a beat that sounds like something off of Drake's album or anything you can put out there. They got Fruity Loops and they in their room and they've mastered that thing and they've learned how to make it. So you competing with them. Yeah. it ain't happening, man.
It doesn't work like that. So for me, it's like you build I've been doing it since 08, 07. So you build that fan base.
Yeah, you got your brand.
You build your supporters up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's easy. I just be like, okay, cool. Every time I post something, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna, you know, they like it, they want to buy it. So it's easy. I have an audience.
Yeah, that's the way
you gotta build up that audience and fan base.
That's what's up, man.
So there's ways with YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram. There's a ton of ways to do it.
Now, do you do all those yourself, or do you have somebody do those for you?
Yeah,
do all those yourself, right?
That's it.
That's how you gotta do something.
Everything yourself. So, but I've been trying to transition into
getting somebody to assist you
off online to real world. Like I said, you got to get out.
You have to,
because you know when you chase that online, like, oh crap, I can make 6 figures.
Yeah.
You start to be like, okay, online can bring that money, but it's like
you in the real world.
You want the industry, you want the industry money. So, and then trying to find that balance. It's hard to find that balance because you an online producer, real producer. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I can go sell beats online, then turn out being in the studio with Xzibit.
Right.
So it's like you can't. I'm not out here fronting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I done worked with boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Nah, like I really look. I'm giving you beats that really. I'm trying to. You know, you guys are getting the same first come first serve.
Yeah, you've done your work to the point where you got them balanced out.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
But it's hard to do that. Like,
where can people find you online, man? Twitter, Instagram, any of that? You got all that?
You can find me on Instagram. What's my Paul Cabbin? Excuse me. I've been sick. I tell you, I've been sick, laid up for the past like 4 days. But you can find me on Instagram, Paul Cabbin. Everything Paul Cabbin. PaulCabbin. Instagram. I just got on Snapchat. I snap everything. I'm one of those guys. Sneezing all on the camera. So yeah, but I mean, I give like my machine. Like I've been really breaking down like what I do with my beats.
That's what's up, man.
On Snapchat. So
yeah.
those that gets a few gems.
That's what's up. Go check him out. D-Ski the Ill Eagle, Paul Cabbin.
Pleasure.
Good talking to you, man. Yeah, no doubt. Good talking to you.
Out.